Let's make it a good day.
Coming up today, remembering Phyllis. We're looking back at the truly legendary career of Oscar-winning comedian CLORIS LEACHMAN.
I am Paul Blücher.
Then, move over, Buffalo Wings. We're in the kitchen with Coco and Lala with unique and fabulous game day eats. And are you looking for a truly original gift for a friend or family member?
Oh my gosh, I didn't hit my line at all, but I tried.
So I'll just buzz this quick.
How about a homemade charcuterie board? Wait till you see these views. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody. We are live from our studios in the Twin Cities. Hello, Coon Rapids. Hello, South Minneapolis. Hello, West St. Paul. Welcome to the Jason Show. Hello, Wisconsin. Speaking of Wisconsin, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know why I said speaking of Wisconsin.
I was going to ask you
said
the same thing.
Speaking of Waka Waka, Washington, Kendall is off today, but look who's here. It's a blast from the past. It's Shane Wells, everybody. Look at that. And you know me, let me just acknowledge you have new hair.
It sounds like I got a wig. No, I did. I lightened it up the other day because in the winter it gets pretty dull.
Yeah.
And then you like kind of lose color and.
It's stunning. It looks amazing.
Thank you. You're probably the only person to notice. I was just saying every morning I'm out live and I'm usually outside these days, and so I wear a hat. So
It
I
looks
probably could
fantastic.
have not done this for a while and been all right.
I hope the husband and the kids realize
No,
how
no one
beautiful it
noticed.
is. Okay, yeah.
Cool.
That's what I'm here for.
Thank
That's
you,
what I'm
Jason.
here for.
I knew it.
You're here on a good day because you know me well. Shane and I have been friends for many, many years. I did something, Shane, yesterday that I've never, and I realized this, and the more the day went on, I was realizing, you know, this will be 23 years in TV. I've done basically, and you'll see in February, we have a little throwback thing we're doing. But anyway, I've done every type of live shot, as have you. You know what I mean? I've been to birthday parties. I've been to 100-year-old birthday parties.
Yeah.
I've climbed things. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why that was funny there, crew. Anyway, I don't know why
What kind of things were you
my
climbing?
lack of athleticism is funny to you people. But anyway, never gone ice fishing. Ever. Ever. Yesterday I did. Now, you'll see the story maybe next week. I had no idea that you had to drive. You had to drive on the frozen lake.
Oh, yeah, that makes me nervous.
I thought it was right on the shore. No, this is me. This is the beginning of the day, and I was already panicking. And then photographer Eric, I don't know if you'll see it here. You'll see the camera shake. Because photographer Eric is photographer Eric, he starts screaming and slams on his brakes. He's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "That's not funny. Not funny. First timer." I'm not going to tell you how the story ends. You'll have to see it. Jeff, when are we airing that? You don't know. Okay.
Did you at least catch a
is
fish?
He not? Shane, is he not the executive producer? Tyler. Tyler, when are we airing? Let's ask the floor director. I'll ask Ted.
Next
Ted knows
Thursday. There you
everything.
go.
Next Thursday? Okay.
Sure. Can you at least tell us if you caught something? Something.
Oh, Ted just said, hold on a minute. Ted just said, this is the best answer ever. You ready? Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to air within the next 3 weeks.
Oh, that narrows
like
it down.
That's like Al Roker saying there's going to be a hurricane somewhere between Maine and Florida.
In the next 8 months.
Yeah. Anyway, you want to know if I caught anything?
Yeah.
I can't, unfortunately, legally tell you that. I will tell you this. I want to go back.
Wow.
Surprised I.
But were you in like
surprised
a
myself.
warm fishing house the whole time? With a beverage, watching some TV?
Shane, I can't legally tell you that either.
You were full of secrets.
I will, on my Instagram account, Jason Matheson, I posted a preview.
Okay.
Just head over there. There we go. That way, but because I want people to watch. But I'll just say.
I think they're still going to watch.
But I have to say, it wasn't your mama and daddy's ice fishing expedition.
This is what I
was
imagined.
called out by my family. Carter, that's my nephew who catches squirrels and things. He was like, oh, wow, that's the ice house you're in? We'll just say that.
Says a lot.
It says a lot. You'll see in the next 3 weeks or so. Let's get started, everybody. Roll it, Leo. It's time for the hot dish. Let's get started. Well, at least Ted has an answer. At least Ted came up with an answer. Jeff?
I don't know what's going to air.
We start today with the death of an Oscar and Emmy winner, actress CLORIS LEACHMAN. Icon. I could do a whole hour on her, and she deserves it. She died yesterday at the age of 94 at her home in California. During her seven decades of work, CLORIS starred in countless TV shows and movies, but will always be known, especially to us here in Minnesota, as the nosy neighbor, landlord Phyllis, on the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Look at this.
Did you know the male bee is nothing but the slave of the queen? And once the male bee, how should I say, has serviced the queen, the male dies. All in all, not a bad system.
One of the best lines in sitcom history, delivered by CLORIS LEACHMAN. She won 9 Emmys. She won 9 Emmys, 2 of which were for the Mary Tyler Moore Show. LEACHMAN starred in the first seasons of MTM before getting her own spinoff in 1975, and that show, Phyllis, ran for 2 seasons. And when people think of Mary Tyler Moore, they think of a lot of things, but what people may not know is it was one of the first shows to actually have spinoffs. You didn't hear about spinoffs in the 60s. There wasn't a spinoff of Hee Haw, Hee Ho or anything. You didn't have that. Hee Ho.
That's a different network.
That would have been a different network, but I'm saying. I'm going to pitch
Move
that
along.
someday. Anyway, moving right along. Anyway, but you didn't hear about spinoffs. Mary Tyler Moore had 3. They had Rhoda, they had Phyllis, and Lou Grant, all from Mary Tyler Moore. And one of the great things about CLORIS was, Jimmy Burrows, a legendary director, he directed little shows, Friends, Cheers, those little shows. Jimmy Burrows directed several Phyllis episodes, and he talked about how Mary Tyler Moore was very subtle. CLORIS LEACHMAN was very broad in her humor, and that's why Phyllis was hard to do as a show, because you take a sidekick, you make them the main person, and if you do that, you have to have great characters surrounding her, and that didn't always happen. Plus, there were a couple deaths on that show. A couple cast members died. Wah, wah. Yeah, LEACHMAN's TV career continued on shows like The Facts of Life, Raising Hope, even Dancing with the Stars, when she became the oldest contestant to compete at the age of 82. During her career, she earned 22 Emmy nominations. 22 Emmy nominations. Well, besides TV, CLORIS was a movie star. This is why all you youngins watching me, you need to remember her, because the word icon and legend's thrown around. She is an icon. She won an Oscar in 1971 for The Last Picture Show. And who can forget her comedic term? Now, is this Frau? Do you pick Frau? Before we roll this is one of the most historic, long-running gags in movie history from Young Frankenstein. Look at this.
I am Frau Blucher.
Steady! How do you do? I am Dr. Frankenstein.
I am Dr. Frankenstein. Frau Blucher. CLORIS was interviewed by CBS This Morning a couple years ago, and she finally asked director Mel Brooks, what was up with the horses whinnying every time she said her name? And Mel said, Brucher means glue, which isn't true. But that's Mel Brooks for you, Brucher meant glue.
Sure.
That's why the horse. It's a great movie, and it's just sad. I said it on The Buzz, and I don't want to bring the party down, but it's very sad to think that Mary, Rhoda, and Phyllis are no longer here. We lost Mary Tyler Moore, we lost the great Valerie Harper, and now we lost Phyllis. And the world's a less interesting place. Next in the dish, HBO Max got off to a slow start. I've been knocking them a little bit, maybe. But hey, I'm trying to be fair. It's hitting its stride, it seems, thanks to Wonder Woman 1984, which debuted on the streaming service. HBO Max activations, that's what they're calling it, doubled at the end of last year. That means HBO and HBO Max now have a combined 41 million domestic subscribers, and that's up 20% from the year before. Also helping up their signups Warner, who owns it, reached deals with Amazon and Roku at the end of the year to actually carry HBO Max. Shane's excited about that. Those two control 70% of the streaming player market. I've been knocking HBO Max because they've had, when they launched, even people that was getting it for free didn't use it. But now Wonder Woman 1984 changed that, even though the movie was horrible.
I was just going to ask, so I didn't watch that movie, but Flight Attendant on HBO Max?
Is that good?
Super fun.
Okay.
Super fun watch, yeah.
We almost watched it, but I was like, but it's good?
It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't watch 1984. I saw one clip
Don't.
where she like picks up two children and then like rolls over them on the ground, and they looked like mannequins rolling around, and I was like, is that...
You mean Wonder Woman rolls on the children?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and then Cheetah eats them a few minutes later. So
Stop it.
I'm just kidding.
Spoiler alert.
You know how I feel about kids in movies. Unnecessary. No. They just
Noted.
kind of get in the way of the plot.
Well, they did in that spot.
Yeah. But go get HBO Max. They're getting some good things. They are. Get Dallas, please. Lots more to come. We'll be right back. Hope you're hungry. More hot dishes on the way. From the Hollywood Raw podcast, Dax Holt joins us live with the deets on his interview with former Bachelorette Andy Dorfman. And we told you a couple weeks ago, charcuterie boards are all the rage. So how about buying a custom one for you or for a gift? We'll take you to Boards by Brock when the Jason Show continues.
Yeah, I have such warm feelings for the Ed Sullivan Theater because that's where I made my network television debut on the Howard Cosell variety show.
I remember that.
Saturday Night Live with Howard Cosell.
I remember that. Sure.
Oh, well, I'm sorry you
Sure.
do. But I love your theater because here's a picture, Stephen, of the marquee from 1975. I'm going to hold it up. Yeah.
Wow, Howard Cosell, Roy Clark, Cheetah Rivera, Gwen Verdon, Senator Kennedy, and Bill Crystal? Who is Bill Crystal?
They ran out of Y's, so I was billed for a little while. Yeah. And Howard Cosell was the host.
But what a lineup. My God.
Oh, and there was more. There was also Shamu the Killer Whale, which came live from San Diego. And I remember coming into rehearsal, I was so nervous. And Howard was sitting in the front row talking to one of the producers, who was Alan King, actually.
Wow.
And he's yelling at him, how can I interview a whale? It's tough enough to talk to Sonny Liston. I have to talk to a whale?
The great Billy Crystal on Colbert last night. I miss Billy. That's good. I wonder, what are the late night shows going to do now? You know, are they still going to be political now that the president's changed? You know what I mean?
A lot of material.
Yeah.
Gone.
I mean, I don't know. Our hot dish continues with our Insight into the Stars. Please welcome back to the show the co-host of the Hollywood Raw podcast and Mark Cuban's business partner and my partner in getting me the rights to Club 33 at Disney World, the one and only Dax Holt. Good morning, Dax.
Hello, Jason. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing good. Can't complain.
Okay. We got excited around here. No offense to Tony Robbins last week. But, we're a Bachelor-loving show here. You had former Bachelorette Andy Dorfman on the podcast. Talk to me.
Yeah, she was awesome. She was really, really fun. She's out promoting her new app, Endorphins, which is a running app. But she came on the podcast, and she was so open and honest. So, okay, that's honestly what I love about doing the Hollywood Raw podcast, is because we humanize people. That is, like, our whole goal is just to, like, make them look like normal, real people. And I think that's what she did when she came on. She accomplished that. But we got into The Bachelor, all of The Bachelor stuff. What was it like, the process getting on to The Bachelor? What was the process like becoming the Bachelorette? What's it like inside the mansion when the cameras aren't on you, or when someone else is out on a date? What do the rest of the people do when they're just kind of sitting around waiting? And, it was just kind of a fascinating look inside, the making of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. But one of the questions we asked her is, okay, we know that you didn't end up with Josh Murray at the end of the day. It did not lead to marriage. But if you could redo your season, you had to pick someone off your season, who would it be? And she says, I would not have picked Nick because Nick came in second, Nick Viall. She says, I would have picked Chris Soules. She goes, at that time, you know, he was my buddy. He was my safety blanket, and I let him go. He was number 3. She goes, if I redid the whole thing, I would choose Chris.
You know, and she's one of those two, Dax, that she seems, some of these contestants that obviously go on The Bachelor not to find love, but to find fame. She is one of those that has managed to stay in the public eye successfully since her season.
Oh, yeah. And I think it's just she stays relevant. She keeps doing stuff, like I said, starting up that app, you know, and people like her. I think she is real. And, you know, the thing is, I think people like her love story and they want her to find love. So she had posted a photo with some guy on the beach the other day and it went wild and no one knows who it was. And she pulled it down, and when we asked her, why did you pull it down? She goes, I didn't realize how invested the fans were still about my love life. She goes, it's like anything I post, people are going to go crazy. And we asked her, how do you date now? Like, do you go on the dating apps? Is it through friends? Like, what do you do? And she goes, a lot of it is just kind of set up word through mouth. She's like, it's tough. She goes, when you're a public figure, it then gets to be very difficult if someone's in it for, they actually want a relationship or they want fame or they're looking for money or what. It's, you know, I love asking that question to celebrities. I think we asked to like Kelly Osbourne too. How do you date? Yeah, because it can't be easy to be Kelly Osbourne and date.
Yeah, because you're always going to kind of wonder, are they with me because of my dad? Are they with me because of who I am and the money and the access? Or are they actually really there for me? I mean, how do they, you know, how do you kind of weed out? I guess you kind of got a feeling. You get a feeling about people quickly, but you can't always tell.
I think it's tough.
Yeah.
I think it's really tough because, you know, you can't be anonymous when you go on a dating app. It's not like someone swipes through your photos and goes, okay, this person looks cool. They have fun interests. They look at you and go, oh my God, I know that person from television, or I know that person from whatever atmosphere they're in, you know? And I think it's a weird challenge that normal people do not have to deal with. Normal, non-famous folk.
Dax, do you get a bigger, I've never asked you this before, do you get a bigger reaction? And you see your numbers and stuff. Do you get a bigger reaction from, like, I mean, Tony Robbins is a whole other thing, but do you get a big? Yeah. Who gives you guys the biggest reaction? Is it these reality stars? When you're looking at the numbers and the social media buzz coming from your podcast,
you know what it is? It's the reality stars by far, but it's mostly like the press side of it. Like yesterday, we released this podcast, and People Magazine picked it up, and Us Weekly, and Entertainment Tonight. It's like, that's because that's what their audience is interested in. Tony, you know, the Tony episode definitely got picked up and it was out there in the press, but there's a lot of people interested in the lives of these reality stars. 100%.
Whether we like it or not. Dax, thank you,
we
buddy.
got a wrestler on next week, by the way.
Who?
We got Chris Jericho coming on. Chris Jericho.
There we go. Thank you. Hollywood Raw podcast, everybody. Support Dax. Get it wherever you find your podcast. Hollywood Raw. Well, it was funny that Dax said that because I told the story. I didn't even tell Jeff this. We were watching this show. I got Discovery Plus, and I was watching the 1,000 Pound Sisters, which is a really good show. It's about these sisters in Kentucky, and they are battling morbid obesity. Okay, so this story is nothing to do with them or their battle. It's a good show, so I'll just say that right off the bat. But I had just listened to Kevin Hart on Howard Stern talk, and this connects, I swear. Kevin Hart was talking to Howard Stern about the difference of fame in 2020 and how fame now is very accessible to everybody, you know, with TikTok and YouTube. And I heard that interview on the way home yesterday from ice fishing, and then Colin and I are sitting watching The Twins. And in the middle of the episode, they go, we're going to start a YouTube channel. And I was like, okay, and I'm watching it. And they're talking about their YouTube channel, and the one of the sisters goes, we have 175,000 followers. And Colin looks at me and he goes, how many does the Jason Show have?
No.
And I started I laughed until I got a headache, and I thought, oh my goodness, like hey, I love a good hustle. I celebrate them. My point being is, it's changed. As I said at the top of the show, I went to school. I worked in the middle of the night for TV stations. I've done every live shot. And these two, good for them, they hang a sheet with Christmas lights and a camera and get 175,000 followers. Fame is just different. It's hysterical to me.
It's true, though, when you go to which articles are you going to read? Is it going to be the canned interview with the star who's in the movie who's doing this for publicity? Or is it going to be some bachelorette where you're like, yeah, what has happened with her? And what is life like now?
It's very different. Next in the dish, it's one of my favorite shows on Netflix, and apparently I'm not alone. Kinda. It's not one of my... Netflix says, in its first month, more than 82 million households have watched Bridgerton. That makes it the biggest ever debut for an original series on the service. The show has made Netflix's top 10 list in every country the streamer is in, except for Japan. Gotta put that in there. Production for season 2, by the way, will begin in spring. Okay. Have you watched this, Shane?
No.
Do you have any interest?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't a Downton Abbey person, and that's what it looks like. I know it's different, and somebody told me just to watch out for episode 6, so now I'm a little scared.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of sex. There's a lot. I mean,
I have a hard time believing that. Like, Dead to Me was so good. That show, that's a Netflix original, right?
Yeah.
I would way rather watch that. But
Yeah.
what do you think of Bridgerton?
Capital L like it. I don't love it. The spouse hated it.
Oh.
Thought it was drawn out. Like we could have wrapped that up in 4 episodes. I don't get it. It's not my jam. But then again, I'm not a Shondaland fan. I don't like the pace of her shows. And I like Downton Abbey, but this just didn't, I don't know. And even the SEX, I was like, okay. I mean, after a while, I mean, how many rooms can you have Nookie in? You know, it's like, oh, okay. Oh, great.
Let's try that one.
They're in a,
well, there's a lot of rooms in the mansion.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, they're out in the garden.
Good for them.
Good for them. Yeah. That
Poison ivy? I guess not.
The whole time, you know what I'm thinking practically? Ooh, God, they're getting dirty. Oh, God, you got to bathe. That's a lot of bathing.
Yeah, I don't think that show's for you and I.
No. Next in the dish, people had their doubts. Could Kristen Stewart pull off Princess Diana in the film Spencer? I still have my doubts. Production just released this. Look at this, everybody. It's the first image. The movie will follow a weekend in the life of Di as she spends the Christmas holiday with the royal family and decides to leave her marriage to Prince Charles. Filming is going to begin in the fall, and it'll be released in 2022, which, by the way, listen to this, 25th anniversary. That's the 25th anniversary of Princess Diana's death.
What do you think after seeing the picture? Does that change your mind about?
Not at all.
Okay.
She's not, hashtag no hate, Ringo Starr, peace and love. She's just not my favorite person, like my favorite actress. It's like watching a corn nut, you know?
As a twihard?
I know, but...
It hurts a little.
Just, there's a corn nut. You know, it just, I don't know. She just doesn't, as Dolly Parton says, she just doesn't melt my butter, you know? But I'm going to give her a chance because, I mean, that picture, you can't deny she looks like Princess Diana.
I guess my question, do we need another Princess Di show? Because The Crown just tackled a whole season on her.
And that's...
Thank you.
That's the mic drop. This is an antique. I can't violently drop this. No, after the most current season of The Crown, we don't need anything else. Because that young lady, what's her name? Emma Corwin. Thank you, Emma Corwin. He knows that, but he doesn't know when our story's going to air. Anyway, Emma Corwin, she did the best Di ever. We don't need another one.
There you go.
Sorry, corn nut.
Now that's all I'm going to think about when I see her face. The
corn
crunchy,
nut?
crunchy corn nut.
Well, it's just, do you know they counted the amount of staring in the Twilight movies?
I watched them all. I know.
All of the Twilight movies, you know how much staring combined is in all 3 of those movies?
A third of the
or
movies.
4, however many. 17 minutes.
Oh, that's all?
17 minutes of just Corn Nut and Patterson staring at each other.
Oh, the heat, though.
I don't know if that's heat. Still ahead, we're talking about some of the most rewatchable TV shows of the last 10 years or 30 years. But next, the big game is coming up, and you may be thinking about what you'll be making. Well, our good friends Coco and Lala are back with the recipe for Super Bowl Sunday. We'll be back right after this. Corn nut, sorry. Beautiful shot by Adam over there on our fancy camera. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Super Bowl is a week and a half away, and our next guests are getting you ready for the big game with a vegan treat. Joining us from their Facebook cooking show, Keeping Up with Coco and Lala. Please welcome back to our show our good friends. There they are, Coco and Lala. Good morning, ladies.
Oh, baby.
that is the biggest football I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly. Because we go big or we go home, and we're always going to go big.
We're
never going to go home.
I love it. Okay, I'm turning this over to you guys. So we are making, I mean, chili people make all the time, but you guys are going to make for us vegan chili. Take it away, ladies. What are we doing?
So the reason why we want to make vegan chili is because we realize a lot of people are like, okay, I gave up meat, I gave up dairy. Can I still have chili? And the answer is absolutely. Yes. So we are sauteing up our garlic and our onions right now. As soon as those have a beautiful brown color, we're going to add in our rinsed and drained black beans. Yep. Now, I'm going to tell you the secret, okay? But Jason, don't tell nobody.
Okay.
Don't tell nobody. Between us. Okay. So add in your taco seasoning pack, because I know a lot of people are like, okay, I gave up meat. How do I make it still have that hearty flavor that I know and love? Yes. Add in your favorite taco seasoning. Me personally, I love the Taco Bell taco seasoning. Lala has her favorite. Mine is Chi-Chi's. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat.
I love.
Sometimes we can't be close.
You like
the
Chi-Chi's. Chi-Chi, do they still make the seasoning? Chi-Chi's hasn't been open since like '98.
Yes, it is very hard to find, and when I find it, I buy 10 at a time. It is so amazing. She's going big or going home.
That's right.
So toss in a few more seasonings. So I'm throwing in some smoked paprika, a little bit of garlic. I like my chili hot, so I'm adding in some chipotle pepper. I know up here up north, some people don't really like hot, so don't use that. And then I'm also adding in some onion powder. You're gonna add in your favorite sauce. And guess what? Just that quick. Tomato sauce. That's like pasta sauce. Just that quick, this is done. Now we're gonna show you 3 quick ways that you can eat this if you wanna healthen it up, okay? Yes.
Okay.
So, tip number 1. Tip number 1, you're gonna put it on a street taco. Yes. Who doesn't love street tacos? Or you can do just chili with Frito chips. You gotta have to dip that stuff, right? Or if you really wanna healthen it up, Jason, you can do it on a lettuce wrap. All 3 of these for the big game. Really, I can't wait for Super Bowl. And one of our favorite toppings, Jason, is sweet potatoes. Have you ever had sweet potatoes with your chili?
I have not. Do you mix it in, or do you put it on top? How do you serve that?
It's a topping. You're gonna use that. We have vegan cheese, sweet potato, tomato, jalapeno. What do you call these? Chives. Yep. Chives. Whatever else you want.
I love you. Lala's like, what is this?
Lala does not know what she be saying sometimes.
I love it.
Like,
Lala looks at Coco. What vegetable is this? What is this?
While we're helping it up, we just want people to know that although big game type foods, Super Bowl foods are not always the healthiest, you can always add a healthy element to it. We're also going to top it with one of our favorite vegan sour creams. I have heard that when I, secretly tried it on people without their knowing, it tastes better than the regular dairy. I'm ready to eat for the big game. So, okay, I'm adding in my sweet potatoes, which actually add a hint of sweetness, so I love it. I'm adding in my tomatoes and my my onions. Yeah, my green onions. Have mine. All right, you ready? Okay. Cheers, Jason,
Cheers.
to the big game. You guys enjoy.
Ladies, I got to tell you, you guys know this. I am a carnivore, but the one thing I consistently eat that is vegan chili, and I notice there is no quality difference. I notice no difference. I eat it as much, if not more, than regular chili, and I love it.
Yes, absolutely. So glad to hear that, Jason.
One step at a time. I'm trying, ladies. I'm trying.
That's good. That's good. You're baby stepping. I love it. You're helping it up. Yes.
I gotta do, but no, seriously, I gotta do that sweet potato idea, because
it's amazing.
I never thought of mixing those two together, and even if it is a little hot, the sweet potato would help balance that out.
It does help balance it. That sweetness is so awesome, Jason. It literally it makes you question why you've never done that before. Yes.
Yes.
As I have.
Well,
all over my face.
Coco and Lala, thank you, ladies. Guys, go support them. Check out their cooking show on Facebook. And for more information, head to realcocoandlala.com. I'll give a little shout out. The vegan chili that I eat is from, I get it from Whole Foods. It is really good. I don't know what they put in it, but the spices are good, and I don't miss it at all. It's really tasty. Still ahead, everybody. We're talking some of the most rewatchable shows of the last decade, because that's what we're all doing. We're watching old shows that take us back. What's on the list? You're going to find out when we continue. Back in a moment.
Here's what you do. You just fold it in.
Okay, I don't know how to fold broken cheese like that.
And I don't know how to be any clearer. You take that thing that's in your hand, and you...
If you say fold in one more time...
It says fold it in!
This is your recipe. You fold in the cheese then.
Don't you dare.
You fold it in.
David!
So good. So good. That's a clip from Schitt's Creek with Daniel Levy and, of course, the legend herself, Moria Rose, played by Catherine O'Hara. Welcome back. That show is part of a new list, naming the most rewatchable TV shows of the past 10 years from brobible.com.
Sorry.
Didn't we just talk about bros yesterday and my firm dislike of bro culture? But anyway, the list has several categories from level 5 super rewatchable to level 2 hit or miss. Schitt's Creek is a level 5, everybody. And you can watch it. By the way, here is the shameless plug of the day. You can watch it weeknights on Fox 9 Plus. Right about now, a creative service agent got their wings. Another level 5 show is this one.
Oh, I came here to tell you that you're a meme man.
I'm a meme, ma'am. What are you talking about? Speak English, boy.
No, a meme, an internet phenomenon.
Oh, okay. Yes, there are photoshopped versions of this springing up all over Twitter. You, the Declaration of Independence with Mary Magdalene at the crucifixion, 2004 tsunami.
Well, if there was a tsunami, you'd be genuinely looking at your phone because you'd be checking the weather.
You know what? I don't need you to talk.
Okay. The dynamic between those two, that's Julia Louis-Dreyfus in the HBO comedy Veep. Shane, have you ever, I don't remember, have you ever watched?
All of Veep. Love Veep.
Is there any, look, and that show's not for everyone. Cussing is like a comma in that show.
True.
So if you do not like cussing.
No children in the room.
No, you can't have children in the room.
No.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus is a masterpiece. That show is that cast.
I was just going to say,
Everybody.
person in there is perfect in their roles. They nailed it.
Jonah, oh God, the names they call Jonah. Anyway, he's the tall guy, and I can't even say one of the names she calls him.
Don't do it.
The other level 5 show on the list is Fleabag on Amazon Prime. I started it and it dropped off. It didn't keep my interest.
Same.
Really?
I tried it.
Yeah.
And I didn't get it.
No, I didn't get it either. I got it, but I didn't want to keep it. I got the fleas. I didn't want to keep the fleas.
No one does.
Level 4 shows considered very rewatchable include New Girl, Breaking Bad, The Office, and Friday Night Lights. And here's where, once again, and then the only level 2 or hit or miss on the list is HBO's Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is another one. I tried it. I started it. And I had to put the subtitles on because there's just too many characters. I didn't know the house of this, the house of that.
What is happening right now? You and I are on the same page.
We are,
and
I know.
Usually not.
No, not at all.
Game of Thrones was not my cup of tea either.
No, and I tried. It is my cup of tea. I like dragons, but I like dragons.
Just not their dragons.
I work for a couple. I'm just joking. I'm kidding. He's right there. Anyway, okay, now we have asked you to give us one of your rewatchable shows. What is it?
So the one that we went back and watched a lot just because it's easy to watch and funny was Arrested Development.
Oh, you're not I just had someone else tell me to rewatch this.
Oh, I mean, this show is so genius, especially when you watch it back because you're getting the jokes that come back later. I mean, the writing just weaves throughout. It's brilliant. And it's so funny.
Yeah.
And Jason Bateman.
Again, treasure.
Can't go wrong.
No, you can't go wrong with Jason Bateman. Okay, mine is a show I reference basically every day. It ran from 1979 to 1993, 14 seasons and 344 episodes. Here comes a slap. Here comes a slap.
Mom,
It's not a Knots Landing episode if someone isn't slapping Abby. But anyway.
Waiting.
Yeah, I think it's coming. Doesn't Karen slap her? I don't know. Knots Landing is my rewatchable. I'm actually rewatching it right now, and I'm showing Colin. Colin wasn't even born when this show aired. He was 3 when it went off the air. Oh, here it comes. Slap her, Karen! Slap her!
Oh, the anticipation.
Here we go. Come on, Michelle Lee. Because Abby is the villain.
This is going to be a real letdown if this doesn't
Why is
happen.
Karen leaning into her? And by the way, Shane, can you do that hair one day for me?
Yes, absolutely.
I want you to have Abby hair one day in her eyeshadow. Anyway, it's such a good show. And dare I say, and I got to watch out for Lightning. Even though it's a spinoff of My Beloved Dallas, I have to admit, Knots Landing as a whole was a better show.
Whoa. Well, what does Colin think?
Colin just started it. I think he's bored as all get out. He fell asleep yesterday. We just started it, but I'm skimming through episodes.
So I was a little shocked because I asked you, and you started at season 6.
Yeah. The first
like,
5
episodes. What shows can you ever start in season 6 and be like good to go?
Knots Landing.
That's the only one.
Bring it back, everybody. Bring that show back. Still ahead, Kendall heads up to a local shop where they are making homemade, custom charcuterie boards. And the guy is great, too. You'll find out all about this when we come back. Back in a moment.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day.
Our good friends at the Am House, go support them. Find their music wherever you find your music. Sam Goody. Are those even around anymore?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Music Land, thank you, Ted. Record Town. That's right. I used to hang out at the Record Town. There was a person there that I had a crush on. I bought so many records I didn't need.
How'd that go?
Well, how do you think it went?
You lost a lot of money and didn't
lost a
get a
lot
date.
of money. Yeah, I bought a lot of Debbie Gibson singles.
Why not?
Oh, I need Shake Your Love Again. Earlier this month, we got a lesson in creating a delicious charcuterie board. You know, it's the hottest food trend. Well, if you're looking for the perfect board to display your delicious meats and cheeses, a local guy is creating custom charcuterie boards. Kendall got a chance to try and make some boards with the guy behind Boards by Brock.
What does this do? Is it just clip? Like, I can't see. Am I there?
No, you're not.
I don't understand. Okay, you know what? Aprons should come with directions. Is there anything I need to know before I do this?
No, you just pull this down slowly. Oh, well, let off a little bit.
Let off.
Oh, go down a little slower.
How do I know when I'm done?
Now when it goes all the way down.
Okay, that seems kind of obvious.
Yeah. There you go.
That was it?
Yep.
I made things.
So basically, you want to just construct the handle, so I'll let you draw.
I get to draw?
Yes, you get to draw your own handle.
Ready for this? I'm quite an artiste. Do you give
Oh,
us...
no, just go to the edge here, sorry. Well, you could, but that's going to be a lot of cutting.
I made it kind of uneven. Is that okay?
Yep, that's
that makes it cool.
Fine. Once you have the drawing, you would grab the jigsaw. Have you had experience with this?
Do I look like I've just thought it
Here, I'll get you started then. And then just cut on the line.
Okay, pull the trigger, pray, and cut on the line.
Yep. And then follow the line. Ta-da!
I did it! I wish you could see my mouth. It's full of shock. Oh my gosh, I didn't hit my line at all, but I tried.
So I'll just buzz this quick. Yeah, not this one.
No. You make that look really easy. I have so many questions. The first one is, how long would it have taken me to try to do that?
I don't know, but I don't want you to lose a finger.
Oh my God.
Feel that little edge on there?
Yeah.
So now we'll bring it over to the edge sander, just so you can get that knocked down.
That's the sander?
Yep, so we'll bring it over there.
My special board.
You're gonna have to turn it on though. You have to turn it.
Oh crap! Which one's the on button? Red one?
Just lift that. Yeah, lift that.
I'm gonna screw this up.
There you go. Let's move it that way. Yep. All right. So now it feels smooth.
Smooth like a baby's butt. Now I'm yelling about butts.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now the last stage is to then sand.
All these tools are too big for me.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
I did a good job.
Yep, you did. I'll just finish it up quick.
Quick.
We'll get it done here. We'll just. No, Kendall, you can come back.
It does look really pretty.
Yeah, so now
pretty.
you can feel it. It's smoother.
Wow.
And now the fun part, you get to oil it.
I think I can handle that because there's
Yes.
no power tools involved in oiling, right?
No, there's definitely not.
God.
There's just hand. And then here's a rake. So you'll just apply it pretty generously.
Like this much?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, this is fun. Oh, this is fun. Oh, yeah. I learned a lot of things today.
Then you just got to do the other side.
Jason, back to you.
It's beautiful. You know, I've known Brock for years. Good. He and his brother do great work. And that board, it's gorgeous. It's the size of a 747, but it is gorgeous. And if you're looking, this is what I thought. If you're looking for, and I know this is such a cliche, if you're looking for a unique gift, but if you're looking for a unique gift, you know, that's local, what a great, no one would ever expect to get a charcuterie board, you know?
We gave this to my mother-in-law and father-in-law. We got it like engraved with their name on it for their new house, and they still use it and love it and send me pictures. And so that was one of those things. They have everything, so you're like, what do you get?
A
There you
charcuterie
go.
board. Yeah.
Perfect.
Boards by Brock. To learn more about the custom boards, head to boardsbybrock.com. Support local. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this. Oh, God. Hello, everybody. Shane filling in for Kendall today, who's taking the day off. Hey, you can stay connected with our show on social media. Here's how. Search for Jason Show TV on the old Twitter, the old Instagram, or Facebook, and follow us, won't you? I'm nervous today because I'm getting my hair cut by a new person for the first time in 15 years.
I get that.
Yeah, mermaid, been cutting my hair. I sent her back in the ocean. This woman's name is
You freed
Megan.
her.
Megan at the men's spa in Minneapolis. I don't know, Megan.
No pressure, Megan.
No pressure. Just maybe go to church before you cut my hair. Anyway, because I'm growing it out, I think. I don't know. Here's a question. Shane, you ready? Then we'll answer it on the other side of the break. Wow, this one's, Jeff folded it up like 80 times. It's very
Origami.
long. Oh, it's like a mini series. Here we go. Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future? You'll find out when we come back. Back in a moment. Did I read that right? Yeah. Sure. Welcome, goodbye. We never know what these questions are going to be from our executive producer, our dear leader. Would you rather be able to see 10 minutes into the future for the rest of your life or one time seeing 150 years into the future?
I absolutely do not want to see what's going to happen in 150 years, mostly because of where we are now.
Yeah. So
No.
we're going 10 minutes?
10 minutes, yeah.
Me too.
Like when it comes to watching football games or something, you're like, I'll know who win. I can chill out, right? Same for you?
No. 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 I would like to see this so I could prepare. Like, oh, crap, I'm being, you know, there's a bear attacking me in 10 minutes. I better get prepared. You know what I mean?
Do you think that's going to be something you have to worry about a lot?
Well, maybe I'm ice fishing now. Who knows what I'm going to do next? You know?
So yours for the bear attack and mine's to see who wins the football game.
I know, and then I'll be able to see, like, in 10 minutes, you know, as I get my hair cut by this new woman.
Is it going to work out?
Is it going to work out? So I can
True.
plan accordingly. You know? Am I going to... I'm so scared. Like, if you watch tomorrow, and because my friends always say, you can read everything on my face. I can't hide. If I start the show tomorrow and I seem a little grump, hair disaster.
You're not going to have a hair disaster.
No, I mean, it's Fisher-Price hair, but I want to let the top grow out. I don't know if I should, but anyway, hey, explain this video here, Shane. Where?
Oh, yeah, Winter Carnival. Jason, I have this one for you. Look, it's Baby Yoda, who I hear is named Grogu.
Grogu. Very good,
Thank
Shane.
you. I've been told I said it wrong. And then his Mandalorian friends. Right? Did I get that right?
I am so proud of you. I feel like I have trained you well. His Mandalorian friend. Shane, it's so great. And the Winter Carnival, hashtag Molly. Go to the Winter Carnival. Look at Grogu.
It's a drive-through. You can see all the stuff and be warm and toasty.
Yeah, I ice fished. I did a winter activity once this week. That's enough for me.
And we're not even sure if it was really winterized.
I don't really need that kind of judgment at the end of the show. Wait till you see the story when it airs in 3 weeks, and then judge.
3 weeks-ish.
And believe me, it really was a luxury condo basically out there.
Exactly.
They had TVs. And tomorrow on the show, Erin Meyer from Lemons, Lavender, and Laundry is back with another one of her world-famous $100 room makeovers. If you're watching and your kid is being bullied, go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.